What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again with a 2025 SVG Mexico City Race to Win diecast. So I already love the paint scheme, right? We did a diecast review on the standard variant. And then he goes out there and wins the first international race for the Cup Series, points paying, that is, in 50 years or something like that. So let's go ahead and check it out. Alright folks, here we go with today's diecast review, and we got a good one in store today. This is the Shane Van Gisbergen 88 Safety Culture Mexico City Race to Win diecast. Now I did a diecast review on the Daniel Suarez Race to Win. That thing was incredible. Now we have the Cup Series event there, and it's really fascinating that out of all the years I've watched, Cup Series racing, they actually had a Cup Series race internationally. I think that is so freaking cool. We got the Race to Win diecast here. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a closer look. Alright folks, here we go with today's diecast review, and let me tell you, this paint scheme is absolutely incredible. We did a diecast review on the standard version of this car, and it's definitely one of my favorite cars of 2025. The purple, dark, purple to light purple transition. You got the yellow. You have this like medium tone blue, just a hint of green in it. Just what a really cool paint scheme, man. I tell you what, this is one of those paint schemes I feel like you could probably put on any generation of stock car or stock truck, and it would look really, really cool. So going to the front of the diecast here, I don't know all the differences in terms of logo sizes and whatnot. We traditionally see some differences between the clean variant and the standard one. I think the side logo might be a little bit smaller on this one. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, go to the front of the diecast here. Interesting enough, we have probably the best looking windshield wiper decal we have seen on the 164s. Traditionally, there's like a very, I don't know how to describe it, just a very bold white outlining around it. It doesn't look as accurate. This one looks so much more accurate. They even put a different texture on it. See how the print on the name banner is a lot more matte, but then notice how there's a different shade of sheen on the windshield wiper itself. That is really good work. Great job, Lionel. Let me get this focused in for y'all. But we have safety culture right here on the hood of the diecast. Look at that purple gradient. That is sharp. You have the dark black to kind of more of a medium tone purple. Purple being one of my favorite colors. So this car is right up my alley. Got WeatherTech.com right there. Go to the front of the diecast. I could be completely mistaken with this, but I want to say this might actually be accurate. The headlight decal being drooped. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on it, but I want to say it is accurate. I could be mistaken on it, and the reason why I say this is because damage on there. I don't have a photo of the car right next to me currently. I didn't expect to see this, because this portion of the car is covered up in the box. But let me know if that's accurate or not, if you can. Maybe it is a factory error, because I don't see any shadowing around it. Traditionally, when they do, decals on a car, it's supposed to represent damage. There's supposed to be kind of a shadow to help kind of sell, so to speak, the three-dimensional damage effect. I don't see that here, so it actually makes me believe this is probably a factory error, unfortunately. But hey, as I've said many times in the channel, if I'm going to have a factory error on a car, I prefer it to be on a raced version because, well, guess what? It just kind of makes it look a little bit more raced up. Go to the front of the diecast here. There's a simple slight sheen of blue kind of underneath the bow tie there. A little bit of a light beam, if you will. You have the 88 there. You get the Sunoco decal on the left side. You have the Sunoco rookie decal as well. Notice the little yellow stripes at the bottom. You have your borderline day glow yellow corners of the splitter. That is very sharp. I don't see a carbon fiber texture on the splitter, which is interesting because sometimes they do that and then sometimes they don't. On the Red Bull Sonoma Race to Win, because 2025 was pretty much the summer of SVG. I mean, this cat was just winning everything, right? Let me show you that Red Bull car. Let me tell you, if you pick up the Mexico City Race to Win, I would highly recommend getting, obviously, the Daniel Suarez Xfinity one, but get the Sonoma SVG car as well. I'm telling you, I was shocked this diecast was still in stock. Couldn't believe it. Rubber tires, die-cast chassis, Red Bull car, race to win, everything you could want. And it was still in stock at Circle B. Make sure to tap it over there. Use promo code Diecastbuffet. Get it while you can. Help you save on shipping. Details in the description. These SVG cars, man, they don't stick around. I'm just saying. Try finding the WeatherTech car. Try getting the Trackhouse Clash car from 2025. They don't stick around, so get it while you can. I like the door number placement here. It's a lot more closer to the middle, which is something Trackhouse Racing likes to do. And, of course, that beautiful like chrome outlining there, very, very sharp. So you have safety culture right there, a better way of working. You do have the rocker box, what is it, tire mark, so you could definitely tell he was racing. I don't know if he was trying to pass somebody or somebody was trying to pass him, because it's a road course. You have all kinds of different left and right hand turns. You can see a nice blast of kind of dirt and mud a little bit around here, which, if I remember correctly, it was raining and then it dried up at the end of the race. So there was probably a lot of adventures, so to speak, in terms of dirt on the car, which is, hey, just adds more character, if you will. Yeah, Goodyear there. Cup Series, you have SVG on the driver name rail. Got Simeon's, Wendy's, safety culture, as already mentioned. Nothing on the fuel insert, quad lock, and then you have B post decal, which just has Chevrolet. Fantastic livery. It definitely reminds me a little bit of the Joe Gibbs Racing zigzag Bobby Labonte cars. If Bobby Labonte drove a purple car, it would probably look similar to this. Go to the back end of the car. Actually, he did drive a purple car. Now that I think about it, it was, oh goodness, it was 2003 or 2004. He drove a purple car a couple of times, but it, didn't have the same livery, obviously. Go to the back bumper of the car. One of my favorite features of the 2025 diecast is the introduction of spoiler sponsors. I think this is very, very cool. Heavily reminiscent of the COT era, when they would allow winglet sponsors. That kind of slowly returned in 2025, which, with the Chase coming back, you got Craftsman Truck Series, you got Dodge back in the Truck Series. You got all these drivers running truck races. Tony Stewart ran a truck race. Why not? Let's bring back the spoiler sponsors as well. You know what I'm saying? North Wilkesboro, Rockingham, Chicagoland, just... It seems like everything that was, considered old and gone is, kind of back in the sport, which is pretty dope. That gives you wings. Get the Red Bull joint there. Quaker State Safety Culture 88 Chevrolet Z01. Go to the right side of the diecast. Whoa! We got two fuel inserts. What the heck? Okay, so the theory I have is, do they have like a faux fuel insert, or did they forget to remove that? I have no idea. I've never seen a diecast with two fuel inserts. I have no idea, guys. Right side of the diecast here, you have, once again, safety culture on the side. Good sponsor placement, using up the side panel, and just check out the gradients on this car, man. The light, the dark transitions. You got the blue, the yellow, a little bit of a lighter shade of purple, and that chrome outlining to the door number. Remarkable stuff, man. This is also one of the final diecasts to be produced in the Gold Series that don't have the rubber tires. So this is kind of the last, or one of the last of that era, if you will. Who knows if they'll return in the future. They'll probably still make them in the Winter Circle / Authentics line, but in terms of Gold Series diecast, everything out here, it's going to be metal chassis and rubber tires moving forward. Top of the diecast here, you have the same color, roof number, but with the lighter shade of blue and obviously no chrome. Got safety culture there. Got Van Gisbergen on the back window, and notice only one shark fin, which is interesting enough because, it's a road course. I don't even know if they run dual shark fins at the road courses. Safety culture, once again, on the deck lid. And then another one of those really interesting sponsor placements is like this tiny area between the deck lid and the spoiler. Fascinating stuff. What an awesome diecast. To me, safety culture, the 2025 paint scheme is freaking awesome. And then the fact that he won at Mexico City in it, and that whole event was so cool, dude. it felt like an adventure, right? Because they were at Michigan, I think, the week before Denny Hamlin won. And it was just wild to see the entire journey, that the haulers and the teams, and they had to go all the way up from up north and then all the way down to Mexico City. And I remember watching the Friday practice and just seeing them take on the track. It was so cool. And the international crowds are just really, really, really awesome. If you watch like wrestling, you'll notice this, how like they'll do a show in one country and then they'll do a show in another country, and just the excitement, the energy, they're happy to have you. It's just so cool, man. And I do hope somehow, some way they go back to it. I do think NASCAR should have an international race. I mean, every other sport, it has some sort of an international thing, and it's for growing the product, right? And I just think it was cool. There's a lot of history there with back then the Busch series, so it was cool to see them make a return as well. I don't know if they will ever come back to it. It's not on the calendar for 2026, so who knows what the future holds there. But I thought it was pretty darn cool, and it's interesting to see, taking the sport and putting it in different places that it's never went before, so to speak, in one way or another. The Cup Series, the last time they had an international points-paying race, I want to say it was the late 50s or somewhere in the 60s. I think it was Canada. I could be mistaken on that. Obviously, again, the Busch Series and the Truck Series, they ran international races. I think the last Truck Series international race, which was 2015, 2016, something like that. So it wasn't a super long time if they've last ran an international race, but anyways, enough of me rambling. Highly recommend this diecast. Awesome stuff. I enjoyed watching it. I'm going to show a couple other really cool pieces here in the studio. But it was such a fun event, man. It was just the crowd, the excitement, especially the stadium section. I thought that was so cool, the way they would race through there. And it was really fun, man. I would definitely like to see perhaps an international oval race. I wonder how that would go. You know what I'm saying? Like you take stock car racing, you take the best drivers in the world, and you give them, the highest level of oval racing, basically. I wonder how that would go. That would be pretty fun. I heard Brazil is making some sort of an oval track. I don't know. They do have a NASCAR series there, but man, how cool would that be if you could make a high-speed oval in a international setting? That would be really fascinating. How about this Jimmy Johnson car? So, you got a Tyler Reddick car, got a Jimmy Johnson car here, Carson Hocevar. Plenty of great diecasts to choose over there at Circle of Diecast. Make sure to tap in. Get them while you can. Again, with the new MOQ, the diecasts are getting produced. Some of them much less quantity, so they don't stick around long enough. So you make sure to get yours while you can. Pre-ordering, obviously, always helps, but there's just plenty of great diecasts to choose from. Awesome piece here. Highly recommend it. The Mexico City Race Twin. If you get this one, you might as well get the clean version of the car. And then, of course, the Daniel Suarez Mexico City Race Twin. Both of them really cool stuff. I don't know if this is going to be in the NASCAR Winter Circle line. That is to be determined. We'll see how that goes. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed one, everybody. DB signing off.